Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down 5 of the best cameras you can buy right now, from the perfect beginner mirrorless to the ultimate high-resolution imaging machine for serious professionals. Whether you're a content creator stepping up your game, a travel photographer chasing the perfect shot, or a working professional demanding the absolute best your money can buy, this list covers every level. These are the cameras that define what photography and videography look like in 2026. Let's get into it. Number 5. Canon EOS R50 II. The Canon EOS R50 II is the camera that makes falling in love with photography dangerously easy. Canon has taken everything that made the original R50 such a compelling entry point and refined it into something sharper, smarter, and more capable in every meaningful way. The 24-megapixel APS C sensor delivers images with a color rendering that is unmistakably Canon. Warm, flattering skin tones, and a natural palette that requires minimal editing to look genuinely beautiful straight out of camera. Autofocus performance has taken a meaningful leap forward, with subject detection and eye tracking that lock onto people, animals, and vehicles with a reliability that would have seemed extraordinary on a camera at this price even a few years ago. The compact, lightweight body makes it an ideal travel companion, and the flip-out touchscreen is perfectly suited for vlogging and self-shooting content. Canon's RFS lens ecosystem continues to grow, giving buyers a clear upgrade path as their skills develop. If you are buying your very first mirrorless camera and want something that will teach you, inspire you, and deliver genuinely great results from day one, the EOS R50 II is where your journey should begin. The Canon EOS R50 II retails for approximately $800 USD. Number 4. Nikon Z6. Third, the Nikon Z6. Third is a camera that refuses to be pigeonholed. And that versatility is precisely what makes it so compelling. Nikon's partial stacked CMOS sensor is one of the most interesting engineering decisions in recent camera history, delivering readout speeds fast enough to make rolling shutter a non-issue in video while keeping full-frame image quality and dynamic range firmly intact. The 6K ProRes RAW recording capability transforms this into a legitimate filmmaking tool, and the 120 FPS slow motion at full resolution is the kind of specification that professional videographers dream about. Still photography is equally impressive: 14 frames per second, class-leading low-light performance, and a subject recognition system that handles even erratic, fast-moving subjects with composure. The body ergonomics are superb, with a deep grip and well-placed controls that make long shooting sessions genuinely comfortable. The Z mount continues to attract outstanding native glass, and Nikon's color science in both stills and video has never looked better. For hybrid shooters who demand excellence on both sides of the creative fence, the Nikon Z6 III is the camera to beat. The Nikon Z6 III retails for approximately $129 USD. Number 3. Sony A7C III. The Sony A7C III is the travel photographer's dream machine, a full-frame mirrorless camera that fits the footprint of an APS C body without compromising on a single specification that matters. Sony has packed the same 33-megapixel sensor found in its larger siblings into a chassis so compact and lightweight that you will genuinely forget you are carrying a full-frame camera until the images appear on your screen. The autofocus system is Sony's latest generation AI-driven tracking engine, the finest subject acquisition and retention system in the consumer camera market, period. Real-time tracking holds focus through obstacles, erratic movement, and challenging light with a confidence that frees you to concentrate entirely on composition. 4K 60 FPS video with no crop, in-body image stabilization that compensates for up to 7 stops of camera shake, and a fully articulating screen round out a package that is almost offensively capable for its size. The A7C III is the camera you bring everywhere because it costs you nothing in comfort and nothing in quality. The Sony A7C III retails for approximately $2,499 USD. Number 2. Fujifilm X T6. The Fujifilm X T6 is the camera for people who believe that photography should feel like an experience rather than a transaction. And Fujifilm has delivered something here that is deeply, genuinely special. The 40-megapixel APS C X-Trans sensor produces files of a richness and character that defy the format's physical limitations, and Fujifilm's legendary film simulations, Velvia, Classic Chrome, Eterna, and the rest, remain the finest in-camera color profiles available from any manufacturer at any price. The physical control layout, with dedicated dials for shutter speed, ISO, and exposure compensation sitting right where your hands naturally fall, makes shooting feel intuitive and tactile in a way that menu-driven cameras simply cannot replicate. The X T6 is also a serious video performer. 6.2K open-gate recording, F-Log 2 for maximum dynamic range in post, and ProRes internal recording give videographers a creative latitude that rivals dedicated cinema cameras. The weather-sealed magnesium alloy body is robust enough for genuinely demanding conditions. The Fujifilm X T6 is a camera that makes you want to go out and shoot. And that, more than any specification on a datasheet, is the most important thing a camera can do. The Fujifilm X T6 retails for approximately $2,199 in USD. Number 1. Sony A7R VI. The Sony A7R VI takes the top spot on today's list, and once you understand what this camera is capable of, no other conclusion is possible. The A7R series has always represented Sony's purest statement of imaging ambition, and the 6th generation is the most complete, most capable, and most astonishing camera Sony has ever produced. At its heart sits a 61-megapixel full-frame BSI CMOS sensor that captures detail so fine, so precise, and so richly textured that images demand to be printed large. Very large. Landscape details, architectural lines, fabric textures, and portrait subjects rendered at this resolution carry a presence and dimensionality that simply cannot be achieved at lower megapixel counts. Yet Sony has not sacrificed speed or versatility to achieve that resolution. The A7R VI shoots at 15 frames per second with full autofocus, and that autofocus system is the most sophisticated ever fitted to a still camera. AI-driven subject recognition that identifies and tracks humans, animals, insects, vehicles, and aircraft with a lock that is almost impossible to break. Dynamic range is class-leading across the ISO range, meaning shadow recovery and highlight retention in post give photographers a creative latitude that feels almost unfair. Video capability matches the ambition of the stills, 8K internal recording, 4K 120 FPS, and Sony's latest color science produce footage of a cinematic quality that working directors genuinely use. 5-axis in-body stabilization rated to 8 stops means handheld shooting at shutter speeds that would previously have been unthinkable. The A7R VI is not simply the best camera on this list. It is the most capable imaging tool available to photographers and filmmakers who refuse to accept compromise in any direction. The Sony A7R VI retails for approximately $3,499 USD, and for professionals who depend on their equipment to deliver without question, every dollar is earned.